Dishies, are you ready to see what else I got in the mail? There are 13 dollies here, which I got in one lot. I bought on eBay. They're all marked Japan or Nippon in some way or another, and they're all bisque. I absolutely love them, but I thought I would share something interesting. I recently acquired this book about all bisque and half bisque dolls, and most of the so-called important dolls would be from Germany. Of course, those are very expensive and I don't have any. Well, the book I have is from the late 1960s, and it slaughters the dolls that were made in Japan or marked Nippon. This particular author considers these Japanese knockoffs, as we would call them today, to be very poor quality. And I'm gonna quote something she says here. She says, "They practiced complete disdain for the copyright and patent laws of other countries." But that being said, so let's fast forward 100 years from when these dolls were made and 55 years from when this book was written. And now these dolls are very collectible, and they will continue to be collectible because they are still affordable when you compare them to the German dolls. I don't have any of those German dolls because I can't afford them, but I love these babies. And as you can see in my introduction to the giveaway, they like being here because now they can be actors in my little movie. This little baby, I didn't have a chance to clean him up, but I really like the look of him. He is marked made in Japan on the back and has some kind of signature. There was a doll company or a toy company named Morimura or Morimura Brothers. You might know that name from other items made in Japan, but they did make some dollies in the 1920s, and I don't know if he was one of them or not. I don't know if this guy, I just want to take her out of the jar. She's falling apart and will need to be restrung to tighten her arms and legs and head, and that is something I'm learning how to do. I've already done one of my celluloid dolls, which I haven't shown you that doll yet, and it was pretty easy. So I'm working on learning some of these other techniques. Oops, sorry about that. And let's see, this, I'm just thinking of my Nakey babies here. This one has kind of a funny little face. Looks a little smug to me. I put the mouse on top of his head. He had a bonnet and a hoodie on, some knit, and he's just in size Japan there. So she's interesting. She was meant to look a little more like the German dolls, which are very high quality. You can see these are just probably were mass produced. She has an interesting wig on that I don't know if is original to her, but she's got, you know, she's got some painted shoes there. And then this one really was meant to be more of a fakie. This was the style of some of the German dolls. You can see that there's not the detail on her hands. It's just a very thick piece of clay. It wasn't even scooped out to kind of make her hand look a little more realistic. They tried something different on this side, but anyway, I like her. She is marked Nippon. And interesting about her is she has a stuffed body all the way down to her legs below the knees. This is bisque, but her body is probably sawdust stuffed. Yeah. This is one of my favorite ones here. She needs some restringing and some clothes. And she's just marked made in Japan. But I like her. I like the size of her. She's probably about, I don't know, 6 or 7 inches. These three back here you saw in my little movie. Aren't they so sweet and cute? We have a sweet baby doll. I just love that little face. We have a Cupid look-alike there. and a little penny doll that I am so fond of. Those are just the little ones. Often they had, you know, painted details in their hair. Their hair was painted. A lot of her paint is coming off, but I still like her anyway. And don't forget my little girl on the chair. I just put her on that chair, and I don't know, she just looks like she's gonna be in charge there, and I like her there. I like her very much there. She's just giving directions up there. She's telling me to hurry up. This one here is, this exact doll is written, or this exact, you know, model of this doll is written about in my book. You can see her arms are bent a certain way. She doesn't have the little Cupid style arms like they do. She has a painted ribbon in her hair, and I think she has a rather cute face. She's marked made in Japan, and here is what the author has to say about her, which is so sad. So the author of my book calls this dolly with her little headband and her bent arms a dreadful little specimen. Isn't that terrible? Anyway, yeah, it says the bisque is very poor, the complexion coating is tinged with yellow, and the arms are poorly done without tinting. All of that is true, but I still find her very charming. The other thing about her is, you know, her little bit of knock-knee makes her belly a little heavy, and she won't stand up. So I have to lean her up against something. Oops. These two here I absolutely love. They were made from the mid-20s into the very early 30s. And I think they are absolutely adorable. I love that there's two of them, that they came together. And the author in my book also slaughters these two. What does she say about them? Typical of millions of her kind in many sizes, which came to the United States. The Cupid influence is very obvious, with the body possibly molded from a German Cupid. Well, I don't know about that, but she's marked made in Japan, and I think she is so sweet. Her little outfit, both of them are kind of falling apart. The fabrics are so fragile. Look at my table. That is entirely from those dresses. And I love them all, so I hope you enjoyed that. I have just a quick other thing to show you. I also had some little items made that I'd like to start including with my packages of items that I sell in my Etsy shop, or maybe even sell in my Etsy shop. The first is this little sticker, and I just used my little Cupid doll. You've seen her, and I put Dotlikesred across her bathing bottoms there. I probably could have done it a little bit larger. She's not very big. She's probably about 2.5 inches, and I might make some larger ones or have some larger ones made. This postcard I made with some of the other dollies that I bought, and then I included some little embellishments on there, and you can see right between the middle two dolls, along with the other writing, it says Dotlikesred. And the back of the postcard, you can use it, you can send these. I just put my name there, and I said please send this to. And I made one here. These are 4x6. No, what are they? Yeah, these are 4x6 postcards. So there's the dolly there, and then here is another one here that I made with some things. I just had these printed through Walmart online, and I was pretty happy with the way they turned out. I hope you enjoyed seeing them, and come back for another segment of What's in the Mail. I do have something coming for this coming week. Have a great day. Ta.